Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast with Kevin Harrington and Seth Greene. Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, one of the original sharks from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and has generated over $5 billion in TV and digital direct response sales. Seth Greene is the world's first trusted authority on cutting-edge direct response marketing, a best-selling author, and the only 3-time Marketer of the Year nominee. On the podcast, Kevin and Seth interview Sharkpreneurs who share straight talk on what it takes to explode your business.
Why do so many businesses struggle while others seem to explode overnight? Do you wish you had the secret to this type of exponential growth? Now, I've scaled more than 20 businesses to over $100 million, and it's not just luck. In my new book with Mark Tim, Mentor to Millions, you'll learn the repeatable framework I use in all my business ventures for massive success. Order at kevinmentor.com and get over $1,000 in bonuses. Head to kevinmentor.com.
Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast. This is your co-host, Seth Greene. Today I have the good fortune to be joined by Dr. Travis Zigler, who is a recovering optometrist. We've never had one of those on the show before. Turned e-commerce entrepreneur. He's the founder of I Love, whose mission is to heal 1 million dry eye sufferers naturally. He and his wife, Dr. Jenna Zigler, use the profits from I Love to fund free clinics in Jamaica and the U.S. through their charity, the I Love Cares Foundation. We're going to talk today about the success of I Love and how that turned into others asking Dr. Travis if he would help them grow their business online, specifically with Amazon, which is one of his superpowers. Dr. Travis, thanks so much for joining us.
Seth, thanks for having me on.
All right, so let's go back in time a little bit. So I take it I Love is your e-commerce brand.
I Love is the e-commerce brand, and that is for the listeners. It's not the letter I, it's EYE.
Right. Okay. So how did you go from optometrist to selling online? Let's start there.
Yeah, so I was practicing in Columbus, Ohio. I graduated from Ohio State. So did my wife as well. She's also an optometrist. And we moved to South Carolina from Ohio, started 2 practices. And when you start 2 practices, things are a little slow. And so what we did is we found a course online to teach us how to sell online. And we started a sunglass company at that time. And what happened was we were seeing patients during the day, and then we were running this at night. And over the 3 years that we were building all 3 of those businesses, the e-commerce side started taking off faster than the practices were. All 3 were growing, but the e-commerce side took off even more. And then we pivoted after about 2 years and started focusing more on dry eye sufferers. And now we're on a mission to heal 1 million dry eye sufferers.
Wow, that is awesome. I am sure the longer version could fill a book if it hasn't already of that story. So why you decided to start selling sunglasses online, and you were selling specifically on Amazon, or you were selling online and Amazon was part of the platform? How did that work?
Specifically on Amazon. We didn't really have a Shopify or off Amazon presence. It was all on Amazon at the beginning. And now we're split about 75-25 with our 25% being our website.
Awesome. And then what else do you is sunglasses the entire product line, or are there others that you've branched out to now?
Yeah, so the sunglass line has now been pretty much phased out. We have 4 that we sell still, and now we just focus on things that are used on your face, around your eyelids, that help heal your dry eye naturally. And so we don't sell any prescriptions or anything like that, but we sell things like face washes and eyelid cleansers and eyelid wipes. And those are all made with more natural ingredients than are out on the market currently. And we focus on our demographic, which is that postmenopausal female, which is a big sufferer of dry eye. And we kind of made that pivot in 2016. And here we are 5 years later in full dry eye mode.
That is awesome. Congratulations. Now, I'm not your target market in the postmenopausal woman department. However, what I do notice myself I don't know if I have dry eye, but I do notice using eye drops on a regular basis, probably because we're now all spending so much more time on Zoom and staring at computer screens more than we used to. How do you target those postmenopausal women with your Amazon ads?
Yeah, so Amazon ads, it's mostly a search-based query. So people are searching for a solution to a problem that they're having. And so what you have to think about is the problem that woman is having with her eyes. And so problems include blepharitis, styes, dry eye, of course. Those are all different eyelid and eye conditions that can lead to dry, irritated eyes. And so what we want to do on Amazon is we want to show up in front of them when they're making that search And then we also get even more specific. And if they're actually searching for an eyelid wipe, we'll actually show up for eyelid wipes. So it's mostly a search term based query. And you want to be at the top of that query when they're actually searching for it in Amazon. Now, the second part of that is getting people that have bought from you to come back and buy from you again and again. And you can do different parts of Amazon ads for that as well. And then those are the two, when you put them together, it really combines to make a really good Amazon platform, and you can really increase your sales on Amazon. And so that's kind of a 2-minute summary of what Amazon ads can do for your business and just how to approach it. But the easiest way to do it is to just focus on your brand name. People are searching your brand name. And so make sure that you're showing up instead of a competitor, because if a competitor shows up, they're most likely to get that sale. So we always show up for somebody that searches for Hydrate, which is our brand name.
Okay. And then that's great advice. Now, how much volume is Hydrate doing now? Where have you gotten to?
So we sell about 400 units a day on Amazon, and then we do about 50 to 100 orders a day or units a day on our website. And so we should hit around, in 2020, we just came up short of 4 million, and we should hit around 5 million, but we don't really like the revenue number. It's just, I think, a vanity metric. But in 2020, we actually doubled our profit. And so that was kind of my biggest brag point, is we doubled our profit by making our ads more efficient and really focusing on growing without scaling team members and everything like that. So we kept our core team, and then we scaled everything else, and not too much broke, even though it was the COVID year. A lot did break, but it didn't break. It wasn't detrimental. We grew revenue wise, but we grew profit even more. So that's what we like to talk about even more.
Okay. I love that, because, we've had, Robin Robbins as a guest, who's famous for saying top line is for vanity, bottom line is for sanity. So I love that was your goal more, because it matters more. So and congratulations on not only doubling the profit, but on a nice sales number. So what were some of the things that you did that were the most effective at growing your sales on Amazon? You talked about the 2-punch combo. Give our listeners and our viewers a couple other tips without giving away your secret sauce.
I'll give away all the secret sauce. It's out there. So Amazon, we lost our focus in 2019 on Amazon, and Amazon was our bread and butter. That's what we knew how to do. And we did what everybody else tells you to do, to diversify and get off of Amazon, because Amazon can suspend you at any time. So we spent a ton of money on Shopify and YouTube and blogging and all of that. And what we did is we actually got rid of that entire team that was working on that, because it wasn't profitable. And so we brought everything back to what we were doing before, and that led to a 20% increase in revenue, and it made our profit go up as well. But it was because we focused on efficiency. And so we refocused back on Amazon, and we just made our ads more efficient. But then we also worked on building our lists and serving our customer. And so we were really focused on sales in 2019. And we went back in 2020 to what we originally did, which was focused on service. And then we started focusing on serving our customer more with live videos, with great blog content, with interviews with dry eye experts around the world. And we just got them engaged more. And with that engagement came more sales, and came more profitable sales, because we didn't have to advertise as much as a result of just serving our group. We have a group on Facebook called the Dry Eye Syndrome Support Community. And it's got about 14,000 people in it now. And we've just focused on building that up and building our email list, and then just serving them, not really asking much, but asking occasionally, but just mostly on service. That's what we focused on.
That is a great recommendation now, or a prescription, I should say. Now, what are you doing to get around the hurdle that, for example, when people buy from Amazon, they're Amazon's customers, they're not yours? How are you making the transition from them being an Amazon customer to them being in your tribe?
Yeah, so we do a very unique process with this. And we actually put people onto our blog. That's kind of our primary area that we try to accumulate people. And so we'll do Google ads to get people to read a blog post about the problem that our product solves. And so a problem, for example, is a sty. Styes are bumps on your eyelid, and they can be painful, and they can just be a pain in the butt. They can just be annoying. And so we write an article about a sty on how to get rid of it. And our products help with that. And so we write about how to get rid of it. And then when they go to purchase that product, it actually sends them over to Amazon. But at the same time, they've been on our blog. So now we have the Facebook pixel. We try to get an email capture by giving them a free dry eye book. And then, of course, then we try to get them back to buy from our website. So we send them to Amazon first. That external traffic gives Amazon a boost, so our rankings go up. and then we try to get them back on our website and become that repeat purchaser on our website. But if they continue to buy on Amazon, we're okay with that, because that continues to boost Amazon's algorithm, which then pushes us to the top even more. So it's kind of we like to push everything to Amazon first. And then if they want to come back to our website, great, we have a higher profit margin there. But at the same time, it boosts the Amazon algorithm. So we try to focus all traffic and just pushing them back there. So email is our primary generator in pushing the audience to where we want them to buy.
That is, I love the strategy. Now, you mentioned the Facebook group of 14,000 plus members. How are you building that audience? And then, of course, how are you monetizing it?
Yeah, so I'll go back to day one of how we decided to build that audience. We first got our, our parents and everything, and anybody that would listen to us, they joined, and that was like the first 10 members. But after that, we just decided that we're going to go live in this Facebook group 1 to 2 times a week for 1 to 2 years and just see what happens. And after about, I'd say 6 months, we started getting traction on Facebook, and people were just joining as a result of us just going live. Because when Facebook sees an active group, you're going to go to the top of that search ranking for whatever you're trying to rank for. So when you go to Facebook and type in dry eyes, our group is number 1. Most of our posts are in there as well, like our posts that we do on our page. And then when you just stay active in there, just interact with your audience, go live in there. If you don't like to go live, just write a long form blog post in there. Just keep it active, keep it engaged, keep people commenting, because that's going to shoot you up the Facebook algorithm. We did it for the dry eye syndrome support community. We just started doing it for our Amazon PPC agency. We're doing the same thing. We're going live in it once a week. We're creating blog posts. We're getting engaged, and it's all the way up to, I think it's 1,500 members now, and we just started a year ago.
That's amazing that, when you practice what you preach, it actually works. How about that? So what inspired you, after achieving all of the success, what inspired you to start helping others grow their business through Amazon too?
People just started asking us, and I didn't want to do it myself. And my 2 best friends in college at Ohio State, they were in transition. So one was moving from Seattle to Korea and then to Mexico. And so it's kind of hard to keep a steady job when you're doing those big international moves. And so this was an opportunity for him to be the COO role in this company, and we're partners in it. And he does everything as far as day to day. And that's how we grew it. We started out with just 3 clients for 2 years. And then we're just like, let's take this seriously about a year ago, and let's see if we can grow it more, because we want to create impact on this world. We don't just take any business. We only take businesses that are looking to create an impact in this world. And so whether that be donating to charity or having their own charity, we want to help them achieve their goals, because the whole reason we started iLove was so we could focus on our charitable mission. And so the agency is the same way. We want to focus on companies that have this charitable mission, that they want to make an impact in the world. And that's who we'd like to onboard. We like to onboard brands that have that kind of heart center. And then we help them grow on Amazon. And our system just works. It plain and simple, it just works. It worked for iLove. And then we just take whatever works for iLove and we send it over to the agency and use it on all our clients.
That's awesome. And I love the ripple effect that you're having and the positive impact you're spreading throughout the world. You mentioned wanting to work with companies that have that same type of purpose-driven mission. Is there specific verticals you like working in? Is there minimum dollar amount in sales that you won't touch? I mean, how does that work?
We're pretty flexible. So we usually recommend that if you should be doing 50,000 a month or more to work with an agency. That's just in general, because if you're not doing 50,000 a month or more, it's kind of hard to get that ROI on an agency fee. But we are flexible. If we see that you're building something great and you're under that 50,000 a month mark, then we'll lower our fee, come in with you, because we want to help you change the world and help you do what you're doing. And we want to be on that mission with you, because we see the potential. If I see the potential in the business to really increase, we took on somebody that was doing 7,000 a month, and we saw the potential in them, and we've been with them for 2.5, 3 years now, and now we're doing almost 100,000 a month with them, and it's still just one product. And so we saw the potential with them, and we love the impact that they were making in the world, because they have a charity that's all about children. And so we wanted to help them out and just be a part of that mission. And so I just have to talk to the person. We don't onboard anybody without them talking to me first, because that's how I get a feel for a person, to see where their heart is. And we probably say no 8 times and say yes 2 out of every 10 calls.
Well, I love the process, and that's awesome that you're able to help so many other people. Talk a little bit how You're helping business owners scale their businesses and then get out of their own way, because I think, we end up as our own bottleneck.
Yeah, and the key thing is just with Amazon, I see CEOs all the time, me being at fault and me seeing myself do it first, is we're managing the day-to-day in Amazon and the day-to-day of everything. And as a CEO, you need to be thinking higher level. And so when you take away the day-to-day by hiring an Amazon PPC agency, by hiring a Facebook ads agency, whatever route you're going, then you take away that day-to-day processing so you can focus on the higher picture. We're in the beginning of January right now, and we're doing our year planning. I like to get all my numbers from the year end to then plan my next year. I know most people do it in December, but I like to do it in January. This is kind of that time where everybody's kind of not bothering you. The holidays are over. You're kind of getting back to normal. So I'm doing my year planning now, and I can do that because my day-to-day stuff is handled by my team and then by my agency. It's all handled. So as a CEO of a company, you need to focus on the higher level, the relationships, the strategy. My goal this year is to form better relationships with people like yourself, with other podcasters, with other YouTube channels, with customers. I'm going to call 300 of our best customers in the I Love company. And then we get on the phone with our Amazon PPC agency. We get on the phone with clients from that every month or so, just to talk strategy, not just talk Amazon PPC, but to talk strategy and how we can grow their business as well. So CEOs, you need to, and founders, you need to focus on higher level and get the day-to-day off your plate.
That is awesome. Great advice. Amazing story. What else do you want to share that I didn't think to ask you?
Well, I always like to mention that, we have a charitable mission that's a part of all this. And our main goal in life is to help 1 billion people solve, or 1 billion people are blind in this world due to lack of glasses. And so that's my wife and I's mission in this world. We're trying to help solve that problem, and it's a big problem. And so we actually go on 3 mission trips a year into third world countries. Jamaica is our main stop. We go there every October, but we also go to a lot of places in Central and South America and then in the Caribbean. And what we do is we go in there, we see about 2,000 to 3,000 patients, and we give them glasses, sunglasses, and an eye exam, and then a hat if they work outside. So that's our underlying why. That's why we build these businesses to be what they are. Everything goes back, all the profits go back to that charity, and then the charity helps us create a better world. So if you're stuck in like burnout, I think you haven't found your true why. I wake up every day fired up, ready to go, because my mission is to help 1 billion people see again due to lack of glasses. And so it's such an easy problem to solve. And that's my why. And so that's why I love building both businesses, because all of the profits from that go into that why. And that's what we love to do.
That is absolutely beautiful. For our viewers and listeners who want to learn more about the Amazon PPC side, the Hydrate brand, all things Dr. Travis Zigler, where can they go to learn more?
All right. So if you have dry eye and you want to try our eyelid cleanser, it sounds counterintuitive that you want an eyelid cleanser for dry eye, but you just close your eyes and spray it on. Head to freehydrate.com and you'll get a free bottle there. You just have to pay shipping and handling to get it to you. So freehydrate.com. And then if you're interested in us talking to your brand to see if we can help you on Amazon, head to profitablepineapple.com. We're the Profitable Pineapple Ad Agency. So profitablepineapple.com. There's a button there. You can click, fill out a form. Comes right to me, and then we'll jump on a call and see if we're right to work together.
Gotta ask, where'd the name Profitable Pineapple come from?
I think it's just from all the work we do in the Caribbean, and we love pineapples, and we thought it was just the silliest and funniest name that you could come up with, and people would remember it. And so all the other agencies are like scalability and inception and maximize, and we're just like, let's just call ourselves the Pineapple.
That's awesome. This has been Seth Greene for Sharkpreneur with Dr. Travis Zigler. Doc, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Seth.
Thanks everybody for watching or listening. We'll see you next time.
Do you need money to fund your idea, product, or service? Are you ready to take your business to the next level, but need capital to get it done? Kevin Harrington has heard more than 50,000 pitches and knows how to help you make the perfect pitch to get the funding for your entrepreneurial dream. He's distilled the process down in his perfect pitch cheat sheet, and it's yours for free. Just text PITCH to him right now at 727-888-2100. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 right now and claim your free perfect pitch cheat sheet. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 to start funding your dream today.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.